Virgo, welcome. It is Virgo Sun, Moon, Venus rising. For the previous 2 weeks, we'll take a look at what has been going on, and then we'll look at what we've got to work with for in the now, and then take a look at the 2 weeks upcoming to how we can embody our highest timeline. It is timeless because we remember the past and plan for the future, but we use both of those energies to live in the now. And as always, this is for our highest good. We are gleaning this information from the original source, the original thought, and the original word. We will also be requesting, we are requesting the assistance for clarity, if need be, from all benevolent energies, entities, beings in all dimensions, aspects, and realms. Thank you so much. So we are starting out with the past. So this feels like it might be Virgo. Wow, wow, wow. Queen of Swords. Okay, it feels like I need to do something a little different here. So Queen of Swords. Yeah. Page of Cups. Ooh, head in the clouds here, yeah. Something's toying with our emotions, Virgo. And then with the Five of Wands, we're having a little bit of a skirmish here. Queen of Swords. And it's in our mind. It's strumming on our heartstrings. And there's a lot of passion. And it feels like new. It feels like youth. It feels, wow. Yeah, it's like singing right now in the gut. It's like right at the core. Oh, come on. All right. So just trying to figure this out because it feels like even though this is the Queen of Swords, so it's in our thoughts and it's affecting how we speak. It's affecting our ability to manifest possibly. But you know, we've got one. Sorry, I have to shed some light on it. There's one fish in one hand, and there's the other fish is jumping into, it looks like it's jumping into the bowl. So there might be, oh my, two options. Oh wow, is this an affair of the heart? Where you've already got someone and then someone's trying to come in? Oh wow. Someone's trying to interfere with it. It's playing on our mind and it's causing some issues. Ooh, that could be real dicey. Woohoo. Dang. All right. Is this any relationship with somebody at work, possibly causing some additional stress where you're being tempted to do something other than what you already have in your hand? And this I don't feel is you though. This Five of Wands. There's a little bit of a skirmish going on, and it is affecting, right? So whatever this skirmish is, where there's like bickering and backbiting and, you know, that kind of thing. Being petty, people being petty. All right. Ooh, that other one was going down a really bad track. All right. Not touching that. If you feel that that's you, if you caught what I just dodged, you know, it was like, oop, yep, I saw that, I see that. And it's like, yep, you might want to turn around because that is definitely a reality for somebody. Reach out and get some help, please, and thank you. Because, yeah, just saying. So the Lovers is about commitment. The Lovers is about something that's it's not even necessarily new, but if you look at the difference between the Lovers and something like marriage or the Hierophant, something like that, that is a more committed. It doesn't necessarily mean it's longer or shorter term. This feels like a no strings attached, but want to be tied up with one another. Not literally, don't take it there, but there's not really an entanglement. That doesn't look entangling. It looks very relaxed. It feels like a very relaxed and enjoyable relationship. Now, this could be with your work, with your neighbor, with maybe something that had been a little troublesome in the past. It could also be with your life partner, could be family members as well. But the lovers are a representative of some sort of a contract, potentially a soul contract, right? So this is the Hanged Man. So we're looking for wisdom. We're looking for insight. This does feel like it's got to do with whatever this heart-centered decision, temptation. Ooh, And I love this Knight of Pentacles because he's thoughtful. This one does not have a horse. This is a very committed individual. And this could be you, this could be whatever it is that we're talking about here for you, whether it's a life partner, that deeper, it's a deeper relationship. So yeah, the whole neighbor thing might be, I don't know if that's like an issue or not. But this knight is definitely he's very focused on an earthly aspect. Woo. Yeah. So when I hit it on the mark, I'm starting to get like these core sensations. So this is when I hit the mark and it's very deep, that's where I feel it. And he's very much centered on that. He's on one knee. And when you're on one knee, you're very vulnerable. So you might be feeling vulnerable right now. Because this was past, this is in the now. And it possibly is because of this conflict. And I don't know if you were involved in it or not, but it was definitely happening. You may have just found out about it over the last 2 weeks. And because that had happened to me, where it was over like 3 or 4 years, I found out some things. And it's like, say, what? So, yeah, there's going to be some asking for insight. And it's not really that you're questioning this relationship, it's that you're establishing it, maybe. If that makes sense. All right. I don't read reversals, so. Yeah, this is very heartfelt. So 9 of water. Very, very satisfying relationship. And there may have been someone or something who was trying to kind of impede that relationship. There may have been some sort of jealousy or something else is going on. And I feel like this again, that this 5 of earth is very much a grounded realization. You know what you have and you know what you don't have. And you're so completely committed to maintaining not really a status quo, but maintaining this relationship. It feels like it's very nurturing, right? So this is like a heart. You're building heart muscle. Oh, and there's something to do with sound. So if you can do sound frequency healing, there's a lot of freebie stuff on YouTube that you can listen to. Do it in meditation. Some of them are a few minutes long. Some of them are hours long. You can go to sleep to them. Some of them are, just look into this, but there's something to do with song, maybe chanting. If you enjoy chants, chants. It's not like take a chance. What else? What else do we have to kind of bring this all together? So if this is what has transpired, it's caused us to reevaluate our relationship or relationships. I really think it's a relationship. And we've been into deep thought over it. It's not, we are not stressed over it now. If we are, then we're still attaching to this skirmish. When you deal with this, it's good because you're going to achieve the 9 of cups, the 9 of water. right? So if you stay here, you're going to end up figuring you're going to lose both the fish. All right. You're going to go flying after this guy and you're going to end up grabbing it. You got to let something go. This is possibly about letting go. Because if you don't, you hang on to this stuff, you're going to stay upside down. You're not going to gain any enlightenment. And you're going to feel like, I kind of messed up on that, right? It doesn't mean you can't go back and recoup some of that magic that you let go. But even with the Queen of Swords, that I feel is definitely an embodiment of Virgo here, is her thoughts and words are being considered gaining enlightenment, and it's building that mental, emotional, and spiritual muscle. So let's see how we can pull that all together. What might be helpful, maybe a few more details, some clarification on what we can pull in from the new energies, what we can, discard or reconsider in what's happened in the last couple of weeks. This is timeless. It's if you find that this is not necessarily relevant for you and you know someone that it might help, please do pass it along. Signs, spiritual contract songs, telepathic, and dreams of them. That really feels like, because she's kind of looking over here, right? And you're dreaming. This is a very dreamy card. Dreamlike, dreamscape. Write your dreams down. Start journaling. Holding on, can't let go, clinging. Ooh. So if we don't let go of this stuff, we are gonna end up having some, potentially having some issues, but it's going to be closer to the end, possibly go beyond 2 weeks for resolution if this is not resolved, because this is part of the obsession. This is also part of the obsession. If we aren't going to accept the enlightenment, because a lot of times, when someone tells us something about someone or a situation, that it's like, holy cannoli, how did this happen? How did I get here? And it's like, because we held on a little bit too much long. Yeah, somebody's fired up. Furious with rage, building up emotions, overwhelming thoughts, very angry. That's not us. All right. If that's you, you got to bust a move. You got to bust a move and in a healthy way, let it out. Very angry. And it could be the result of either you or someone obsessing over you. I kind of feel like it's somebody obsessing over you and they're kind of upset about something. They need to let that go. All right, blamable, being distant, guilty, feeling ashamed. This is really focusing on this side. All right, but it needs to be separated. This needs to be separated. The obsession you can kind of deal with. You kind of eventually let that go. Gain that enlightenment. Take that time. This to me is just sort of respite. Take that time away. You don't have to go on vacation with anybody. You can just go for the day at a park, and hang out. Sit by water. Water is going to be helpful. I kind of laugh because I'm water and earth, and I said, "Yep." Together with those signs, I make mud. So go make some mud pies, right? But don't feel guilty. Don't feel ashamed unless you've done something to do so. All right. Don't let anybody shame you either. That's I'm going to have to keep a weather eye out for that as well. Because we need to let the regrets go. So this might be somebody who's pining for us too. Silence, longing for you, and distance. So this does feel a lot different. So this is here, and I feel like this is somebody else. This is not you, and this is not this person who is longing for us. This is not the one who's looking for signs, dreaming, praying for telepathy, and trying to fight that spiritual contract that they know they've been committed to in the lovers, because that's a contract. This is probably like a soul contract. You know what I mean? One more. So reminiscing. So one of the things that you can do when you do go sit by that water is looking at photos, good times, thinking about you and dwelling. So one of the ways that we can release things is to do that, but not be clingy. Do not be clingy. My dog is clingy. We say that Bernese Mountain Dogs are Velcro dogs. They're always by your side. I wore her out last night. We went out and had a nice walk. It was very cool. I like going out when nobody else is out. A lot of traffic on the road, but anyway. Wow, there's a couple of people, things, like going on here. That's pretty, pretty incredible. So we obviously pissed somebody off. Sorry. Whoever that is that we pissed off. I don't, we don't mean to laugh at your pain. Well, some of them might, but not me. Some of us might. Just saying. Yang. So Yang is the card of action. So we've gotten us. We've got this separation thing. We have to keep carrying on. We have to maintain the momentum. If we stay too long in here, we are going to end up in some form of regret. And it's not going to be a physical loss. It's going to be like a, not really a loss of grounding, but it might be feeling like more of a personal relationship loss. So we need to take action with the Yang, right? That's your sign. That's the spiritual contract. Songs are going to be important. I just saw that. Songs. Listen to different music. I rarely listen to music, but using those sound frequencies can really help you tune in, clear out the clutter, and make it happen. It's the new life. Wow. That's what we got. That's what we got. We got new life, new life, new life. Wow. I don't know. I think we're all ready for some happy, right? And letting go a lot of this business, keeping this to them, they can keep this. They can go work out their own stuff. Go toilet on somebody else's yard, right? Go in your own. But yeah, happy. And we have all of that available to us. You can be, I had so much fun after I lost everything. Not so much that I didn't have any responsibility, because I did. I still had to figure out how I was going to eat and how I was going to live, period. But the things that I got to do and the people I got to meet, I was over the moon. I had the best time. I met some of the most phenomenal people during that period of time. I mean, it took me, that was 2014. That took me about 4 or 5 years. Within 5 years, I'd have everything back. Within 5 years, I had really everything back, because I lost everything. I was that country western song. Lost the man, the house, the car, the dog. I mean, I lost everything. I have to say the dog twice, maybe, because that was like really important part of my life. Couldn't afford anything. Ended up being able to get a house. Ended up being able to get a car, and somebody gave me. I was gifted my girl. So that's how powerful it is when we switch from, we got to have the action to start our new life, and it will make us happy. Let's be open to the energy of the cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Wow. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Authority, and this is what we all have. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Very loving. There's a lot of love in this. There's a lot of passion. That is the wrong kind of passion. We want to be able to disconnect from that. Let them deal with their stuff, right? I feel like there's 4 here. Consciousness, the frequency of consciousness, supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Cherry pick. I kept hearing cherry pick because we can get confused with options, and possibly we might be overthinking this particular option. And that's not what this is about. This is the awareness that we're establishing. And it's expansive. I almost see something like pulsing, but at each pulse, it expands more. It doesn't contract all the way back. It keeps expanding out. And what is in the core is much more compact. And as you get to the outside of it, it's kind of like if you look at like a flower, and the flower bud is very compact. You look at the blossom, it's very compact in the center typically, than what it is on the outside. Coherence. Wow. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. That's the hanged man. With the consciousness, that's the hanged man, and the contract with authority. And we are, cosmic flower. It's a lot more, so it's translucent. You can see how it's a little more translucent on the edges, and it's more dense in the center. All right, that was it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you find this helpful. Hey, give me a thumbs up. Well, you leave a comment. I've not been remembering. Please leave a comment, even if it's just a couple of emojis. I so appreciate that. Absolutely freaking love it. Don't give a rat's about algorithms. Don't really care. But I do like to hear from people because I'm a people person. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. You're so appreciated, Virgo. Again, please do like, share, subscribe. Pass this on to somebody if you feel that it might be helpful to them. They don't even really necessarily have to have Virgo in their chart, but whatever is here, I feel like is very helpful to someone because there's some pretty dynamic stuff that's happening in our lives right now. So I do appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.